one here. I know it's a little soon to be doing this deck profile, but I did add proxies to test around with it till we do get the structure deck in April. But this is pretty much a future support Ancient Gear deck. I may also swap one of my... I run two... I'm just going to go ahead and say, but I run two Ancient Gear Golems in this deck, but we are going to be getting a new version of Ancient Gear Golem. I believe it's in Maximum Crisis. I could be wrong. It also said we're getting a new spell card that can go good with the Ancient Gears and this guy, and/or Reactor. I forgot which one it was talking about, but it said it's going to be in Maximum Crisis as well. But definitely in Maximum Crisis, the new Ancient Gear Golem, which when I get him, I might add him into this and swap out one of my golems for him. But anyway, let's just get started. I run two Ancient Gear Reactor Dragons. And of course, as I said already, two Ancient Gear Golems. Pretty much standard. He's in here as your... He's like Fairy Meteor Crush. He attacks a defense position monster, boom, inflict piercing. Also, he's one you go into for your ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Also helpful to bring out other, like Howitzer and whatnot. But yeah, two Ancient Gear Golem. Three Ancient Gear Wyvern. Three Ancient Gear Hunting Hound. Two Ancient Gear Box. One Ancient Gear Hydra. Two Gold Gadget, as well as two Gold Gadget. Oh, I said Gold Gadget twice. Sorry, I meant Silver Gadget. Two Silver Gadgets and two Gold Gadgets. To go with that, two Ancient Gear Gadgets. Ancient Gear Knight. Pretty much for the monsters, there's 20 cards. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. Not for the spells. Three Ancient Gear Catapults, as well as three Fortresses. Three Gear Town. One Overload Fusion. One Polymerization. Now, in a lot of Ancient Gear builds that people are making, I don't see this used, but it is good for, like, especially if you go in a fusion build and you have your fusion monsters or materials in the graveyard, then you definitely want to add them back to your hand. Or say your opponent destroys one of your... Say that they destroy him, find a way to destroy him, and he's in your grave, then you can add it back because it'll add it to the extra deck, thereby save at least a Hunting Hound or so. Or yeah, get back a Hunting Hound and summon it fused. If you don't have these, Hunting Hound is definitely one of the best cards in here for fusing. So yeah, three Ancient Gear Workshops, one Fusion Conscription. I was debating on using this or not, because Fortress is a lot better, in my opinion, but I do like to go classic anyway, so I did add at least one into this deck, just to keep it a little classic. Hold on. Computer. And that was Ancient Gear Castle. I like it because pretty much it powers up your Ancient Gears by 300 attack points. Not only that, but anytime any monster at all is normal summoned, one counter on it, and you contribute it with 2 counters, instant Ancient Gear Golem. I didn't get Ancient Gear Reborn, so I'm actually going to see how much that is. It's probably not that expensive at all, like probably in the dollar range like most other commons and stuff out of Raging Tempest. But until then, I run 4 trap cards. I might swap out my Metalmorph for it, but Metalmorph, Sakuretsu, Dust Tornado, and Wiretap. And I guess I can go into detail as to why I chose those for the traps. Pretty much, say you don't get a Catapult. You have Gear Town on the field, say you don't have Catapult or whatnot, so you can't destroy it. But you do have this in your hand. You set this, then do whatever you're going to do for your turn, end your move, blow up Gear Town, bring out Ancient Gear Golem or whatever you want to bring out, Reactor, whatever. So that's good for that. Or just messing around with your opponent, like Pendulum Summoners, blow up one of their monsters in the Pendulum Zone, or just blow up some. It's pretty much part of a Twin Twister. Instead of blowing up 2, we can blow up only 1. But it does let you set a spell, or set a spell trap, or just trap. 1 spell trap in your hand. Next, reason I chose Sakuretsu instead of things like Mirror Force or whatnot. Pretty much, I mean, I could go for Mirror Force, but it would destroy a lot more than just 1 monster. But I just like, I just like to mess with the opponent. They think they have a strong monster on their field, and they think they're going to destroy my strong one, like, say, him. Like I said before, say that they, I don't know, some way, somehow, they summon a monster a lot stronger than him. I mean, it is possible, definitely possible, but, yeah. Like, example, he only has 4,500. Say they have a 5-headed dragon, or they just use Shrink on him. Which actually, I don't think he can be targeted by spell traps, can he? No, he can be affected. But yeah. Then, boom, Sakuretsu. The monster that attacked is now destroyed. Then, after that, I chose Wiretap. Because pretty much before this was out, it was Toon Briefcase for the Toon decks. Pretty much your opponent, if you have a Toon monster on your field, pretty much your opponent normal summons a monster. I think it was a monster. Activate Toon Briefcase. Shuffle it back into their deck. So pretty much they summon it, it just goes back into their deck. This is that for traps though, minus the whole Toon part. If your opponent were to activate a trap card, you can activate this card, which it is a counter trap. Then your opponent shuffles, negate that activation and shuffle it back into your opponent's deck. So another good card to mess around with the opponent. And finally, Metalmorph, because one, it powers up your machine monsters by 300, but also say you have Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem or Ancient Gear Golem, even him, but mostly Ancient Gear Golem and Ultimate because they can do the piercing. Thanks to Metalmorph, when it attacks your opponent's monster, then it gains pretty much half your opponent's monster's attack points during during damage step only though. So definitely with it can pierce battle damage, adding a little bit or a lot more attack to it, it's really good too. So that's why I chose those 4 traps. Then for the extra deck, I have other level or rank 4 XCs I could add to this and whatnot, but till then, this is only a 7-card extra deck. I run 2 Chaos Ancient Gear Giants. I ordered the other one on eBay. It should be here by next week. Reason I kind of made this deck quickly before all the other support came out. Like, I guess I could buy the Ancient Gear box because it's out already in a set. What was the name of it? I forget. But anyway, it was because I just wanted to play test this. See how it does. It actually does pretty well now that we have all these new Ancient Gear cards. Continuing, I run 3 Ancient Gear Howitzers. It's really fun because just special summon in defense mode, then boom, it can just keep once during each of your main phases, it can pretty much just keeps burning them with 1,000, which is really fun. Plus, if your opponent, which they will destroy it, because 1,800 defense points and 1,000 attack points. Yeah. But when it's destroyed by battle, then you can bring out an Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which pretty much is Ancient Gear Golem, because its effect is it can't be special summoned, but ignoring its summoning conditions, it can. Speaking of Ancient Gear Golem, I could run 2, but for now I only bought the 1. But that's Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. He's fun because, say I have an Ancient Gear Golem and a Hunting Hound, as well as one other Ancient Gear card, and I have nothing to really do. Okay, let me give you an example. Say I have Hunting Hound in my hand with 2 Ancient Gear Golems, and I have nothing else to do except summon Hunting Hound. Well, first it will deal 600, but then I can use Hunting Hound's ability, sending it and the 2 golems in my hand to the grave. Boom, Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Or any other Ancient Gear for that matter. Even Ancient Gear. But this deck doesn't run Ancient Gear. It did for when I did the Crawler version of this, but I took that deck apart to build this. And the last card in the extra deck for now is Heavy Armored Train Iron Wolf. It's in here because machines, well, that's pretty much it. But a good combo to go with it. Say you have him and big guy here. You can use 1 overlay unit, target a machine monster on your field, which is him. It can attack your opponent directly, and your opponent and all your other monsters can't attack this turn. Well, that's good because you can be dealing 4,500 life points. Well, unless your opponent has Karibo in their hand, then they won't be dealing nothing. But it's really good in Ancient Gear because they pretty much stop your opponent. They lock them out of using things like Mirror Force, Negate Attack, Magic Cylinder, Magical Hats. Just going off of examples of cards I would activate if you attack. Sakuretsu Armor, Draining Shield, just a few more examples. Because those cards would only be able to activate if your opponent attacks a monster on your side of the field, or attacks, and before damage step. They negate, or every Ancient Gear stops your opponent from using them to the end of the damage step, which they wouldn't be able to be used, because most of them negate the attack. Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force doesn't technically negate, but yeah, it kinda does. So I'm still debating on that, but that's the reason why he's here. Also, he's pretty easy to summon too, because all I really need to bring him out is 2 level 4 machine types, but summon a Silver Gadget. I think Gold Gadget has a similar effect. But summon Silver Gadget, use its ability to special summon a level 4 machine type from your hand. So bring out your Knight, or Gold, or another Silver Gadget. Then boom, you have your 2 materials right there, and you got Iron Wolf. I look forward to actually be able to use this deck, like an actual tournament use and whatnot. And also in the future I will be building the dinosaur structure. Once the dinosaur structure deck comes out as well, which will be the same time the Ancient Gear one comes out, I'll definitely be building a dino a dinosaur deck as well. Well, till next time, guys. EpicMan14111 signing out.